hi, Bob here at Riverside Park, just gathering up some free wood chips for my garden. You know, I'll bet you in your lifetime you've done some gardening yourself. Yep, I bet you've dug some of that dirt, you've pulled some of those weeds, and you might have even raked, and you might have even gathered wood chips and mulch and stuff like that and spread it around your garden. Well, if you have, you needed a strong grip to do that with those hands. And today, we're going to do grip strength exercises for seniors. And I want you to know, before we get started, that you need to make sure that from your shoulders, through your upper arm, biceps, triceps, elbow, forearm, wrist, and fingers and hands, that you keep that well exercised and as strong as possible, because you don't want to lose the grip. In fact, if you keep your grip strong, your coordination will be better, your muscle strength will be better, and even, believe it or not, your cognitive health will be better. Grip strength. Let's get to it. We're going to warm up today by sitting down. Because when we use our grip, we use our whole body, but we mainly use from the shoulder to the tip of the fingers. We use the arms. Anyway, we're going to do it sitting down. So the first thing I want you to do is just take your hands and put them together, nice and flat, and then push, 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 push. So notice I lifted my elbows up and I got my forearms pretty straight there, and I'm pushing together. All right. How long? Maybe 10 seconds. Good. Let's shake that out for a sec. Get the blood to our fingers. All right. Good. Let's try that one more time. Let's push, push. Really push with the fingers. Push with the palm there. Get your arms straight. Lift your elbows up. Work the shoulders too, the forearms, the biceps, the triceps, the wrists. You're working the whole thing there. Wow. Just warming up here. I mean, you don't have to push that hard, because you're going to do a lot of pushing and gripping and pinching and stuff like that in the exercise portion of this workout. But I'm going to push real hard anyway. Even my fingertips are being pushed. Good, 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 good. So now what I want you to do is I want you to take your hand here and grab a hold of the fingers along the edges here, some of them, and just pull it up like that. So I'm going to try to keep from my elbow to my wrist pretty flat there. And then I'm just going to pull this up like this. Instead of down like this, pull it up. Get that finger too. All right, working the bottom part of your wrist. Try the other hand. So from the elbow to the wrist is pretty straight. Grab a hold of the fingers, pull it up. Try it again. Pull it up. Work on the bottom part of the wrist right in here. And the fingers, of course. Good. Shake that out. All right, let's do this hand again. It's from elbow to wrist, pretty straight. Now we're going to pull them under like this. Working the top part of the wrist. About 10 seconds. Shake it out. That's it. Curl the hand like that. One more on each side. Why am I making faces? Well, because I don't do this warm-up very often. And my body's telling me it's not painful, it's just stressful. Good. Shake that out, shake that out. Good, good. Let's just put our fingers together like this. Bring our elbows up and push our hands down. Oh, yes. Put them together again. Working the shoulders, biceps, triceps, elbows, forearms, wrists, and fingers. Oh, that's pretty good. Let's just rub it together really, really fast here. Get really warm. Oh, good, good, good. And then finish off by pinching. And when I pinch, I take my thumb and my pointer finger, the tips, put them together. Pinch, like really pinch. And then these two, pinch. Get the tips together and then squeeze. And then these two, ooh, that's a tough one. I must have some kind of arthritis in that joint there on my ring finger. Push. And then baby fingers. Really push. Ring finger. Middle finger. And pointer finger. Shake it. Let's just go back. Pointer finger. Push. Squeeze. Pinch. Quite a few faces, right? I should just smile. But this is fun. Yeah, we really pinch. And squeeze it out. That's your warm-up. This exercise is called the crush, and I'm using tennis balls because no matter how much I squeeze them with my grip, they won't break, and they don't even give very much. So I grab my tennis ball. I can use one tennis ball and then do the other hand, or do them both at the same time. So I spread my fingers, include my thumb there, and I grip it, and then I crush the tennis ball, squeeze it, right, just for 3 seconds, and relax. Okay, here comes the 5-second squeeze. And relax, and one more, a 10-second squeeze. This exercise is called ball bounce. I've chosen a soccer ball because it doesn't bounce quite as well as a basketball, and I want to make it come back to me when I bounce it. So I'm going to use both hands, and I'm going to bounce it on the ground in front of me and catch it. So you can see I threw it quite hard. Let's try that again. And it didn't come up very far. And I want it to be like that because I want to practice throwing it really, really hard and catching it, of course. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. But notice I didn't even move my legs. I didn't bend my body too much. I just used my arms to create that force and that acceleration with this mass or this weight. So this time I'm going to put my legs farther apart, and I'm going to put my whole body into it. So I might bend my legs, I might use my back more, but I'm going to definitely use my arms 10 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And I'm catching it with my hands, with the fingers really spread. I'm using the grip in my hands to catch it. But I'm also using my grip to force the ball down and at a fast acceleration and catch the mass. Ball bounce. This exercise is called hard ball juggling. Instead of using these soft regular juggling balls that I got at the dollar store, I'm going to use the tennis balls because they're harder. And by that I mean they're harder to hold on to when you throw them and catch them. These are kind of squishy, so when they come down and you catch them, they sort of melt in your hand a little bit. Regular juggling balls do that, so you can juggle them easier. But a hard ball, like a tennis ball, is difficult to catch and hold on to. And that's what we're about today, juggling for grip strength. So put those down and just use one tennis ball here. And I'm just going to throw it and catch it. I can catch it with one hand. I can catch it with the other hand. I can catch it back and forth. I can throw it up higher. I can catch it down lower and use my legs. Whatever you want to do. But the higher you get it, the harder it is to hold on to when it comes down. And when you toss it back and forth, it's harder too. So make sure you grip it really well so you don't drop it. And you don't want it to bounce out of your hand either, because your hand's kind of hard and the ball's hard. Catch it with two hands if you want. Whatever you do, grip it before you throw it. And do at least 10 of these. Hard ball juggling. Well, if you want to get into it, you could throw with one, throw this one up and this one up right away, and then catch it with the other hand. Or you can do it like this, catch it with, whoa, my grip there. Grip, 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 or grip, 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 grip. You still have to grip it. That's a little bit more advanced. This exercise is called wall catch. And you're just playing catch with the wall. And the ball, well, it should be a hard ball again, not a soft one. Otherwise it won't bounce off the wall. So I've got a tennis ball, but I've also got a little Dora ball here I got at the thrift store for $1. So it's kind of spongy too. This is harder to hold on to. This is kind of spongy. But it's hard also, and it bounces off the wall, and this bounces off the wall. So I'm just going to throw it and catch it. I think I'll try the Dora ball this time. And I'm not very far from the wall. It doesn't matter what the wall is as long as it's, kind of flat, so the ball will come back to you. And I'm just going to toss it underhand, not too hard, and catch it with maybe both hands. And I have to use my grip to do this, right? But the harder I throw it and the faster it comes back at me, the harder it is to catch. Just try one hand. Hey, I caught it overhand that way. How about underhand? Whoa, underhand, underhand, overhand, underhand toss, overhand catch, underhand toss, overhand catch, underhand toss, underhand catch, underhand toss, underhand catch, underhand, overhand, underhand, overhand. How about this arm? How's the grip on this one? Whoa. Haven't dropped it yet. Both hands is a little bit easier, but I still have to maintain that grip, otherwise it'll end up on the ground. So this is the mass or the weight. This is the force, the speed. So it's all about strength, which is force, and mass, which is weight, and acceleration, which is speed. Okay, you're thinking about that, but you're also thinking about catching it and using your grip. One hand, other hand, one hand, other hand, both hands. Throw it from farther away. So you got to throw it a little harder, working the shoulders and the arms. And of course, if you drop it and it's down on the ground, don't forget to use your knees here, your legs, bent legs, to pick it up. Don't use your back, keeping the legs straight like that. Pick it up like this. This exercise is called the curl. You've done it, I know, before, and I usually use just a 1 pound water bottle, but this time I've filled up this water bottle with water, so it's, I'd say maybe a 3 pound because it's full to the top. Let me see how it tastes. Great. So this is a curl. So first of all, it's all about grip strength today, and I've got to hold on to this thing, and it's funny shaped. It's fat and it's narrow, and so I'm going to grab it right in the narrow part and really get my thumb on one side, my fingers on the other, and really grip it so it's not going to fall. I don't want to drop this on the ground. And then grip, which is happening in the hand here, which is attached to the forearm, and the wrist is there, and the elbow and the upper arm here with the biceps and the triceps and the shoulder. It's all part of grip strength. So I'm going to tuck my elbow in close to my side so it's glued there, extend my arm so it's straight down, and then I'm going to pull it up as far as I can go without any pain to the top, all the way down, all the way up. Now here's the deal today. Because we're doing grip strength, I'm going to really squeeze the water bottle, really squeeze it, and I'm going to slow down the curl and really squeeze all the arm right up to the shoulder. I'm going to squeeze the shoulder, the biceps, the triceps, the elbow, the forearm, the wrist, and of course the fingers. So I'm going to really focus on that. Think about it as I do my bicep, tricep curl. Bicep when you're squeezing the arm together, and tricep on the back of the arm when you're straightening it. And don't forget, do about 10 on that side, but the more you can do, the better. But for this demonstration, I'll just do 10. So I got my elbow stuck there, my arm is straight, I'm gripping really hard on that weight, and then I'm going to slow the whole thing down. Really try to think about tightening right from the shoulder right down to the fingertips. Right. Now, I'm a senior. This is not a heavy weight, it's a light weight. So when you're doing grip exercises, not only slow the exercise down, but think about your grip and do more than 10. Okay? We're working the slow twitch muscle fibers, but it's all about grip today and that hand and those fingers. Okay, so that's 11, right? Right. The next exercise, still using the same water bottle, is the row. So I'm going to get my legs in a stable position. Maybe one leg is out and the toes pointing straight ahead, and the other one is apart from that leg and the toes going on an angle. And I'm going to rest my upper body with my forearm here. Okay, and then I'm going to really hold on to this water with a strong grip and straighten my arm, and then pull it all the way up to my armpit. But do it very slowly like I did with the curl. Really squeeze with those fingers, more than usual, and squeeze with the shoulder, biceps, triceps, forearm muscles, and of course the fingers. And do more than 10, because this is a lightweight. There's 11. Let's switch to the other side. Resting on my quad, not my knee, with my forearm. Now, just to add something to this, I got a lot of tension in the arm that I'm doing the row with. Not only gripping the water bottle, but I'm going to squeeze every time I pull up the hand or the grip on the other side that's doing the rest. So this is coming up, and then my fingers are coming together and squeezing Then I'm going to stretch the fingers out as the water goes down and then squeeze, stretch. So now I'm gripping both sides, even though this one here has the mass or the weight. I don't know if you could do it a little faster and still maintain that tightness in that whole arm. So to get that strength, you need to increase the speed or the acceleration of the movement, and you need to really grip, really maintain a lot of force with that mass to get that strength, right? Have we done 11? Yep. Both hands at the same time, that's pretty good. And drink water throughout. Your muscles need to be lubricated to work better. This is the pickup pinch. Yes, the pinch. Remember we warmed up by pinching our fingers together? Well, this is the pickup pinch because, believe it or not, throughout your day you do a lot of pinching. And I'm going to do a pickup pinch routine here with some toothpicks and some, I think these are little safety pins. They're very tiny. And I have some tacks in this container here. And I'm simply going to put them, I'm going to spread them on my tabletop here, and I'm just going to pick them up and put them in the bowl. But I'm going to pick them up slowly at first and then gradually get faster and faster and try to get them all up as quickly as possible. How many will I put out? It depends on you. What makes this exercise good is that you're going to use little tiny things and pick them up. The tinier the better. I know you might pinch throughout the day with something larger. Like I can pinch this bowl here. I pinch with those two fingers and pick it up. I don't have to grip the whole darn bowl and carry it around. I can just pinch with maybe the edges of all my fingers and move it around. Yeah, anyway, here goes the pickup pinch. So I'll just turn the camera down a little bit so you can see the tabletop. And I'll take the toothpicks and put them out. I could just work with the toothpicks. Here's my bowl. I got to put them in the bowl. But I think just for the sake of time here, I'll use a few tacks too. And a few of these little pins. Holy cats. And you know, well, here we go. You ready? I'll just take my pin and tack. It's interesting too if the items that you're using have sharp points on them, like a tack. It'll be more interesting. You can pick up more than one at once if you wanted to. The goal here is to get them up as much as possible, as quickly as possible without doing a scoop, you know, like pushing them into the palm and dumping them in, just picking them up. Let's go a little faster here now. Let's do more than one at a time. I'm still pinching. Where'd that one go? Come on, you guys. Come on. How about the other hand? Let's try that. This is my left hand. I am left-handed, but I feel more comfortable picking things up with my right hand. So maybe I'm something called ambidextrous. I don't know, but I can pinch with both hands. Maybe I can pinch with both hands at the same time. Get these little things up. You know, have you ever dropped something on the floor and they were really tiny? Like money, for example. Money would work. Whoa! Money would work. Come on, faster, faster, faster. The pickup pinch, working the muscles in your hand, fine motor skills here. Pickup pinch. Wasn't that fun? Try it with money. This one's called the wall press or the floor press. If you prefer to get down on your hands and knees and press your hands into the floor, that's okay. But me, today I'm going to sit in the chair and use the wall here, and I'm going to try it. So I got to get not too far from the wall here because I want to get my palms on the wall, both at the same time, and I want my fingers to come apart as much as they can. All right? And make sure your pointer finger is the one that's pointing straight up the wall, or if you're on the floor, it's pointing straight ahead. And then spread the other ones out. All right? Good. And all I'm going to do is push my body weight, like bend my arms and push my body weight into the wall by trying to push the wall away. If you're on the floor doing this, you're trying to push the floor away. So really, 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 really push, 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 push. Maybe for 2 or 3 seconds to start with and relax. Shake them out. Realign your hands here. Spread those fingers. Push, 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 push. That's it. Push maybe 3 seconds, 5 seconds this time. Yep. Shake. We only have to do this maybe 3 times. Depends how much fun you're having, right? Let's just push, 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 push. Really push those arms. Notice the muscles in my forearms are tensing up. I'm using my shoulders. My arms are bent, so I'm using my elbows. I'm using my wrists. That was 10 seconds. Good. Shake it out. All right. The same thing, except now take your hands and point them this way. So you're either on the floor or you're doing this on the wall. And now I'm going to bend my arms and push the wall. Push, 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 push. That's my 10-second push. I'll do my 5-second push. Here I go. Push. 5 steamboats. Good. I'll do my 3. Really push and then start counting. Right. Okay. Shake them out. Just one more. Now we're going to put our hands this way on the wall. So you're either on the floor or using the wall here. Bend your arms as you push. Really, really, really push with those fingertips too. Really make a mark in your floor or your wall. Push, 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 push. You'll notice that it's when you do a grip exercise, it's not just doing the fingers. It's doing the whole body, but we'll just say it's doing the arms and the fingers especially. Oh, good, good. How about the 5-second one? Push, push that wall away. Push. And just the 3-second one. Why do I shake my arms and my hands? To get more blood there. I need the blood. It's carrying the oxygen. Oh my gosh. This exercise is called the farmer's carry. The farmer's carry. No, I know we're not farmers, but that's what it's called. So we do a lot of carrying throughout the day, and the golden rule is to carry close. So this is a bucket. It's not that heavy, maybe 5 pounds. And it's made out of plastic, and it has a handle, and it's filled with compost from my kitchen. And I'm going to take the compost and dump it in my compost pit over there and dig it under, and then the soil will get the nutrients, and then I can use the soil to spread on my garden. But anyway, I'm doing the carrying today for the exercise, the farmer's carry. I'm doing the compost bucket. So first of all, I have to grip the handle, right? And I can carry it by holding it close to my body. It could even touch my body. That will help. But I'm really gripping it because I don't want to drop it. Or I could grab the whole bucket with both hands and arms and spread my fingers and grip it this way, which would make it better. It's not too heavy, so we're going to carry close and we're going to carry light. We're not going to carry anything too heavy. That's for the younger people. Okay, so I'm going to walk down through the yard, I'm going to dump it, come back, maybe I'll rinse it out in the laundry tub, get it clean, and then put it back in the kitchen. But carry light and carry close. The farmer's carry. Okay? And yes, I'm using my whole body to do this, but it's a grip exercise. So you can use a tea towel or a rag or whatever. I'm just going to roll it up. It doesn't have to be this long. And when I'm ready to do the twist, I take one hand and twist forward and pull the other one back. And twist the water out of it, even though there's no water in it. I mean, if you wanted to get it wet and if you wanted to get messy here, you could. Good, and I'll do the other one. So one goes forward and one goes back. Okay. Try it again. Maybe I'll use a shorter grip and see if it makes any difference. And as long as my whole arm from shoulder to fingertips is being used. So one's going forward and one's going back, but I think I'll have this one go forward and this one go back this time. And hold it. And one more here. The twist. Could call it the towel twist. Notice I'm holding it a little longer this time. So maybe 3 seconds, then 5 seconds, then 10 seconds. Okay, good. The twist. So you need to sit down to do this one. It's called the Rainstorm, and we'll finish off with this Rainstorm because I'm outside and it's a rainy day. So why not use the Rainstorm as our closing? And you'll notice that as I do the Rainstorm, I'm using my whole body, upper body and lower body, and especially my hands. Also, you might want to teach this to some kids or some older people that you know and do it as a group. It's kind of a fun activity. So the first thing you do is you snap your fingers. And I use my middle finger and my thumb to do the snapping, but some people can snap with the other fingers. And if you can't snap, you pretend you're snapping. Remember, it's the Rainstorm. So after you snap, you rub them together, palms together. And then you do that for a while, and then you clap with wide open, flat hands. And then after you do that for a while, you slap your quads. And then you finish off with this bottom. You can go like this or like this at the same time, doesn't matter. That's my wife in the background there. She thinks I'm crazy. Grip strength exercises. Well, I got my mulch. I'm heading home, but just to open the door of the truck or roll down the window here or put it into gear or steer this thing requires grip strength.